I declare open a convocation for the presentation of higher degree graduates and graduates of the degrees of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Professor Subra Suresh, President of NTU, will now give his convocation address.
Chancellor and President of the Republic of Singapore, Pro-Chancellors, Chair and members of the NTU Board of Trustees, President Emeritus, Honorary Doctorate Degree recipient, distinguished guests, graduates and family members, colleagues, alumni and friends of the university. A very warm welcome to all of you. Today, we honor you, the NTU class of 2022. At this year's convocation, the university will award 6,078 bachelor's degrees, 4,002 master's degrees, and 536 doctorate degrees in 25 ceremonies. Collectively, these numbers represent the hard work and achievement of students from across the globe, from Singapore and 60 other countries. Just imagine the individual power of each one of you and the collective power of all 10,616 of you in making a positive impact on our world. Class of 2022, despite the challenges posed by the pandemic for more than half of your stay at NTU, you have excelled in your work, made the best out of adversity, and built a close-knit community here at NTU to support one another. You have demonstrated remarkable resilience and innovation in overcoming formidable challenges, and we are immensely proud of what you have achieved. I'm deeply grateful to our NTU faculty, staff, and leadership team who worked tirelessly to ensure that your NTU educational experience not only continued as smoothly as possible, but also was infused with significant innovation. I would also like to thank the Convocation Committee and the Events Office team for organizing this year's in-person convocation ceremonies. NTU class of 2022. Since you joined NTU just 4 years ago, the world has changed dramatically. Global conflicts and wars, mass migrations, worsening climate crisis, and a lingering global pandemic. You are graduating at a time when geopolitical events have shattered the calm, peace, and comfort we were accustomed to for so long, and even prompted us to look through a new lens at the future of our planet and the sustainability of its resources, and the growing inequality and polarization within and across communities and nations to the detriment of humanity. It is understandable that many of you may feel helpless, frustrated, and even scared at times like this as we face an uncertain future. What words can I offer you at this milestone event in your life as you graduate from NTU? I have one hopeful message for your consideration. This is the same message I delivered recently as the guest of honor at another convocation half the world away. Just 2 months ago, I was invited to speak at the undergraduate convocation at Iowa State University in the United States. My message to an in-person audience of more than 12,000 people there focused on a theme that I repeat here with some modifications. The power of one. Never underestimate the power of one individual, one idea, one act of courage, or one program to have a significant influence on local and global society. I prefer to give specific case studies rather than talk in hypotheticals. So let me give 3 concrete examples of the power of one. First, the power of one individual. One individual can have a profound positive impact on so many people through an act of bravery, courage, innovation, inspiration, or imagination. Let me begin with a personal story. About 1 year ago, in July of last year, my wife Mary and I were in Washington, D.C., having dinner with Dr. Alan Leshner, the former CEO of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, and his wife, Agnes Farkas Leshner. During dinner, the conversation turned to NTU and nurturing young talent. I talked about the Wallenberg NTU Presidential Postdoctoral Fellowships established with support from the Wallenberg Foundation. Immediately, Agnes, whose Jewish family escaped Hungary near the end of the Second World War, asked me, "Is it the Wallenberg family from Sweden?" I said, "Yes." Her eyes lit up, and at the same time, I could see the weight of historical recollection of her family on her face. She talked about Miklos, Yolan, and Paul from the Farkas family, and about Gino Kurtos, who introduced her parents. Agnes said to me, "I would not be here today if it was not for Raoul Wallenberg. He helped to hide my family members from the Nazis in the basement of the Swedish embassy in Budapest." Mr. Raoul Gustav Wallenberg, a Swedish businessman turned diplomat, arrived in Budapest, Hungary in 1944. He organized one of the most successful rescue efforts to save the lives of thousands of Hungarian Jews by distributing certificates and passports and set up safe houses for them. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, Raoul Wallenberg holds the record for having saved the greatest number of people from extinction. The power of this one individual was recognized by the United States, which in 1981 made him an honorary citizen, only the second person in history to be so recognized. A portion of the street housing the Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C. is also named after him. Yes, the power of one individual. My second example, the power of one family. Successive generations of one family and that one family's charitable foundation are continuing to have a remarkable impact across the globe. I'm referring to the Wallenberg family, the Knut and Alice Wallenberg Foundation. This foundation was created in 1917 to support research in the natural sciences, technology, and medicine by awarding long-term grants to basic research of the highest international class. The current generation of the trio of leaders of that influential foundation includes Jacob, Peter, and Marcus Wallenberg. We are delighted to have the distinguished Swedish industrialist, investor, and philanthropist, Mr. Marcus Wallenberg, with us today at this convocation ceremony, and we have the privilege of conferring upon him an NTU honorary doctorate degree. In Singapore, the Lee Foundation, the Tan Chin Tuan Foundation, and the Lien Foundation are examples of multi-generational, family-led charitable organizations. They have supported a wide variety of activities in healthcare, community development, environmental sustainability, etc., in Singapore and beyond, and have had a profound impact on educational institutions, including NTU. My third example, the power of one simple idea. About 10 years ago, as the head of the National Science Foundation, or NSF, in the US, I had the opportunity to establish a program to translate basic research into activities that benefit startups and industry. the NSF Innovation Core, or I-Core program. This one program, with a small initial budget in one federal agency, has since created more than 1,000 startups all across the US, collectively raising more than $1 billion in external funding in less than 1 decade. The Lean Launchpad program, established by the National Research Foundation in Singapore, is modeled after the US NSF I-Core program. These are just a few examples of the power of one individual, one focused effort of a family foundation, and one idea. NTU class of 2022, how do you maximize your power of one? It comes from individual responsibility to shape long-lasting collective impact through mutual respect for differing opinions, backgrounds, and ideals. Your generation has a significant opportunity to preserve this delicate balance between individual power and responsibility by deploying the technology and tools at your disposal that no other generation before you had access to. The challenges for all of us today are all global in nature. Challenges such as climate change, the threat of nuclear and technology wars, or growing inequality in our society cannot be addressed with inward perspective. You have inherited some of the toughest global challenges. Global challenges need global solutions, not unilateral and parochial decisions. You have grown up exclusively in the digital and communication age of the 21st century. You are uniquely influenced and shaped by a more global and interconnected and interdependent world than prior generations. My request to you is contemplate, cultivate, and elevate your global and historical perspective with patience and compassion always. Combined with the strong education you have received from NTU, you will have an impact on not just your local community or country, but on the entire humanity. To maximize this power of one, that is you, it is critical that your perspectives do not focus on only the individual, but they also focus on the collective, not just on the local community, but equally on the implications of your actions on the world around you. This requires broad-mindedness, magnanimity, and convictions grounded in principles and values. I greatly look forward to watching the distinctive ways in which each one of you will work to better the world. The famous Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar wrote nearly 2,000 years ago in his classical collection of poems, Thirukkural. Tandai magarkatri nandru avayathu mundi iruppach செயல். I rephrase and paraphrase this verse, number 67, in English. The duty of a parent towards the children is to give them a head start in knowledge with the best of scholars. Parents of today's NTU graduates, you have already done this for your sons and daughters who have worked with the best of scholars at NTU. Now, NTU class of 2022, what did Thiruvalluvar say 2,000 years ago about what you should do? Magan tandaikku ஆற்றும் உதவி Ivan Tandai ennotran kol enum sol. I paraphrase this verse number 70 in English. The duty of a child towards the parent is to make others wonder what great things the parent did to deserve such a child. I'm sure that you will make your parents and NTU very proud in the years to come. NTU class of 2022, I congratulate all of you and your families on your graduation from NTU as you continue your lifelong connections with this university in your new role as alumni. Thank you.
The entire NTU community celebrates with the PhD graduates for their accomplishments in making unique contributions to our body of knowledge. Each graduate, by great efforts, has thus demonstrated exceptional mastery to reach this extraordinary milestone, and hence receives the title of doctor. Presiding officer, I present the following graduate on whom the degree of Doctor of Philosophy has earlier been conferred. Liu Dan Yun. Presiding officer, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Arts has earlier been conferred. Chong E. Cher. Chun Wan Ying Rachel. Noor Jumaya binti Muhammad Kamsin. Okay. Presiding officer, may I present the following graduates on whom the degree of Master of Arts, Museum Studies and Curatorial Practices has earlier been conferred. Chen Cheng. Go Chia Juan An. Jose Lorenzo White Novenario. Kirk Stephanie Morgan. Peng Shuyin Sherlene. Po Pei E. Clara. Suvita Prakash Pillai. Shang Hong. That's it. All right.
Presiding officer, may I present the following graduates on whom the degrees of Master of Science in the following specializations: Asian Studies, international political economy, international relations, and strategic studies have earlier been conferred. To Min Son, winner of the Rajabali Jumaboy Foundation Gold Medal. Akmal Zohair Irfan. Choi Mankit. Duanif Ong Ping Ning. Edward James Lloyd. Erin Nadeline Gunanto. Avina binti Atan. Fu Chun Wei. Ida Akane. Jennifer Setiawan. Jin Jiawei. Lin Wendy Artemisia. Melinda Biscocho Yagan. Muhammad Shafiq. Naya Kanan Ragunathan. Nudin Nguyen. Syed Najash Fahima. Shi Nuo Cheng. Tan Chun Boon Edwin. Wang Lin Pin. Wee Hui Ping Mavis. Winner of the Lion Group Gold Medal, Vanessa Tan Sin Hui. Benjamin Tay Chia Ming. Budiman Muhammad Saleh. Chan Hyang Wei Elgin. Chime Avinash Singh. Chen Tanyi. Chen Mingming. Chin Chi Lung. Jasper Singh Dillon. Kura Sunaina. Lee Yanker. Lin Yichen. Mitra Vitika. Satishwaran Tanabal. Sean Yap Chee. Stockton Carries May. Teo Chư Siong. Tat Yi Ong. Woon Yi Gin. Winner of the Liao King Tek and Dorothy Liao Gold Medal, Chan Chư Kang Aloysius. Abib Akmal Zaki. Anthony To Han Yang. Aprilita Kusumaningrum. Adyan Yudopratomo. Dupont Patrick Vin. Izairin bin Swandi. Jain Akshita. Kevin Tan Chin Hao. Lim Hao Zhi Thomas. Ng Jun Yin Irvin. No Fabriza Adlina. Paul Melissa. Pia Raj Sukani. Ranamita Chakraborty. Ravan Dalala Chidum Budzo. Shona Lal Parekh. Stuart Alexander James. Sunita Katna. Vilan Mararaja. Vikram Jayakumar. Yong Hiu Fung. Castillo Santiago Judito Emmanuel Laurel. Chia Wen Lin Elaine. Dabu Jesus. Eliza Chua Hui Ju. Fabian Tan Ju Hao. Jerome Ko Si Wee. Kalaivanan Panachilvam. Lee Hui En Elaine. Lee Zhu Xueyan. Lutfi Novriadi. Muhammad Satria. Noraza Naziha. Palopakon Sidla. Ramakrishna Patka Anirudh. Satono. Shahira Humaira. Tan Chun Yi. Taitira Satin Tirapat. Aisha Tauhid. Wishu Chin Sheldon. Muhammad Sofyan.
Presiding officer, may I present the following graduates on whom the degrees of Bachelor of Fine Arts in the following specializations: Design Art, Digital Animation, Media Art, Photography and Digital Imaging have earlier been conferred. Winner of the Lee Kuan Yew Gold Medal, Soon Ching Hui. USP Scholar Leong Man Wei. USP Scholar Lynette Ong Carlin. Alvin Ling Chi Xuan. Amanda Lee Ping Ping. Anne Christy Carroll. Aisha Jumari. Bai Chiang Ching. Benjamin Kwek Wei Sian. Brian Chong Chen Yu. Celia Yu. Chai Mei Shan. Charmaine Chan Su Min. Chia Wee Hong. Chen Ching Yan. Cheryl Lai Wan Chi. Sherin Liao Yu Ting. Shak Yanwa. Ching Sevi. Chang Yu Ching Feriga. Dainia Lim Ching. Daryl Kyang Jun. Debbie Yu Chen Ling. Dao Mei Huan. Alicia Chang Yi Ling. Fang Han Yun. Fenella Zalfania Alfrey. Jeannie Lee Jichi. Go Hui Mei Jasmine. Go Se K. Gwen Kwakmin. Gwendolyn Say. Hamima Salim. Eugene Ho Chin Kai. Ho Su Yang. Ho Idan. Hao Li Chin. Hao Yi Teng. Jessica Chen Kai Lin. Jessie Michelle Tiang Tian Yang. Cox Simon Charmaine. Lao Li Chuan. Lao Xiu Ru. Sherry Lek Xiu Er. Li Chu Wen. Lee Wender. Lee Tong Tong, Lim En Chi, Lim Chia Chi, Lim Ying Chuan, Liu Yixuan, Lo Wan Hui, Mindy Yap Min Yi, Nadia Ashikin Abdul Malik, Natalie Ang Shi Hui, Eng Hui Ming Alicia, Eng Lui, Eng Shin Yi, Whitney Ing Ing Xuan, Nicole Chen, Nur Hafiza Muhammad Hamdan, Nur Nazura Abdul Rahim, Nur Sabrina Abu Bakr, Si Hui Chin, Sharifa Nur Alawia Sayyid Qasim Al-Mutar, Sim N.C. Merli, Natalie Sim C. Chin, Siti Khadija Rosli, Sylvia Lowe, Tan Shernice, Ashley Tan Chin Lee, Tan Yen Ling, Tang Ik Hua, Te Chia En, Teo Chi Yan, Teo Chi Yun. Zhou Wei Lin. Wei Yen. Yi Qianping. Yi Shaoqi. Yang Hui Min Amanda. Jarina Azman. Lim Han Yu. Adronicus Koshi. Lydia Ang Yuan Ting. Ashia Abdullah Kobayashi. Bei Wen Ching. Brendan Mail Kor Chong Lee. Chan Shu Tian. Chan Yingen. Chen Mingyu. Chao Yiting Zoe. Chu Jia Liang Alvin. Chu Shi Jie. Chang Yi Lei. Chu Sweet Jing Rachel. Chu Yan Yi. Chua Qin Yuan. Fatin Suhaila Sahaban. Francesca Magdalene Shou Min Hui. Gina Fu In Wei. Gua Rui Feng. Heather Ann Abiyasekra. Heng Jingyu. Hao Miao Ying Angel. Jermin Cha Jun Huang. Jewel Teo Rao Jing. Joanna Wu. Cassia Gan Hui Chin. Kwang Yuan Chin. Kiao Shun Le Yi. Len Shichi. Lao Shan Yu. Li Chiarong. Liang Liqing. Lian Yichin. Cheryl Lim Chi Wen. Lao Chu Hua. Mariam Muhammad Hamim. Muhammad Adam Rosley. Muhammad Khairul Amir Ramlan. Natasha Kalevani. Nicholas Damien Go Xianwei. Nicole Chan Weilin. Nurul Amy Po. Pei Xiaqian Lisa. Po Xian Trevor. Ridwan Ismail. Alina Xiao Xiao Shi. Shelby Cole. Sim Jia Yi Shernice. Song Wenting Jeslin. Dan Hui Yan. Teo Chuan Chi. Venoha Suching Bonnet Cham. Wu Chuang Gok. Wang Chun Kit Ryan. Yap Wei Wen Mark. Yap Wei Ying. Vanessa Ip Yi Singh. The valedictorians, Ms. Pia Raj Sukhani, Master of Science, and Ms. Mariam Muhammad Hamim, Bachelor of Fine Arts, will now give their speeches.
Presiding officer, professors, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I vividly recall my first day at NTU. I was standing inside the iconic hive, gazing up at the remarkable architecture of one of the world's leading educational institutions. I remember hearing the voice of my inner critic relentlessly remarking, "You are not smart enough to have landed a place here." Fast forward to today, as I'm standing inside this auditorium, I realized that I shouldn't underestimate myself, because that's the job of my Asian aunties. After voyaging through this NTU journey, which has been exhilarating at times and exhausting at others, I've gathered indispensable lessons that have totally revitalized my perspective from the time I started. Lessons I will carry for life, 3 of which I wish to share with you today. The first lesson is called, "You have wings. Don't hold on to the branches." When I commenced my NTU journey, I had this mounting sense of self-doubt. One of my professors astutely noticed this. He's seated right over here, Professor Alan Chong. He observed that I was always questioning my capabilities. And so one day, after class ended, he walked over to me and said, "Pia, you should really have faith in yourself, because I do. I know your potential. You can do this." His conviction in that single reassurance was so powerful that it left an indelible mark on me. I realized that sometimes that is simply what it takes. Just one person to hold up a mirror for you so that you can see your true worth, so that you can be reminded that you have wings and you can fly. Dear faculty members, thank you for doing the same for many students like myself and enabling us to recognize our potential when we couldn't see it for ourselves. The Brazilian philosopher Paulo Freire wrote that what the educator does in teaching is to make it possible for the students to become themselves. Dear educators, you've made it possible for us students to become ourselves. I have learned that when we realize who we truly are, we don't need to constantly hold on to the branches of self-doubt. When we embrace our inherent strengths with self-confidence, we can assuage our fears, alleviate our insecurities, and allay our inner critic. Then we can rise to soaring heights. This was lesson 1. You have wings. Don't hold on to the branches. The second lesson I learned was from you, dear graduating class of 2022. This lesson is called, you need to master internal stillness to transform the external chaos. When I joined NTU, I sought to discover solutions to the multiple challenges confronting the world. The world as we know it is terribly fragmented by a myriad of issues, social, political, economic, ecological. I realized that as we articulate a vision to resolve the complex nexus of these problems, we often tend to seek solutions outside of ourselves. But through my conversations with many of you and my observations on the work that you do or intend to, I've learned that we also need to turn our lens inwards and espouse an inside-out approach to reimagine our future. To just cite a few examples, those of you who are fighting environmental degradation have shown me how you lead your lives with inner sustainability. Those who are focused on countering violent extremism have embodied inner peace. Those who specialize in bridging interreligious conflicts have exemplified inner harmony. To paraphrase Gandhi, you were really being the change that you want to see in the world. You, dear classmates, have illustrated that true education is not merely the pursuit of information, because what good is the pursuit of information if it cannot lead towards transformation? You have demonstrated by example that when there is transformation inside us, it will eventually be reflected in transformation outside us. This is, like we heard in the commencement address, the power of one in action. Indeed, the fundamental root of many of the global predicaments today are embedded in selfishness and greed. And so if we do not transform collectively to foster inner sustainability, inner peace, inner harmony, then the loud cacophony of issues outside us are not going to cease. This was lesson 2, master internal stillness to transform the external chaos. The final lesson is called the wisdom to love. This lesson was taught by the angels of love seated here, our parents, family members, and close friends who have been our unwavering pillars of strength. Thank you for anchoring us whenever we faced turbulence on this NTU journey. There were several days when I found myself locked in darkness, languishing in numbness. But I'm profoundly grateful for my angels who have radiated their light of love, which has healed me from the wounds of personal failure. The truth is that life may often be overwhelming and confusing. We are all bound to experience some form of failure. This is inescapable. At such times, it's easy to slide down the path of cynicism. But with love, you have given me the courage to hope. With love, you taught me that every failure is, in fact, an opportunity for growth, if not a blessing in disguise. You taught me that it is through love that we will muster the strength to stand up after being set back. My spiritual teacher, Satya Sai Baba, always said that the end of knowledge is love. I didn't understand this before, but thanks to all of you, I've understood now. I realized that in this crucible of life, knowledge can only take us so far. What will take us beyond is love. Today, as we students leave the portals of NTU, we are all reservoirs of knowledge. But we need love to guide us beyond. Irrespective of whatever we do and wherever we go, if we perennially rely on the compass of love to lead us, then we can serve the world to become a better place. This was my final lesson. We need to transcend beyond knowledge. We need wisdom, the wisdom of love, the wisdom to love. Dear classmates, I offer my warmest congratulations to all of you, as well as my heartfelt gratitude to each of you for completing this remarkable journey with me. As we begin the next chapter in our lives, I urge all of you that just like our professors reminded us that we can fly, we too must now take this role forward by supporting others to reach their soaring potential. As we fly, we need to raise those around us, enabling them to spread their wings, reminding them to not hold on to the branches. I encourage all of you to not only seek solutions outside, but also turn your lens within when we are confronted with external challenges. Because when we master internal stillness, we can better transform the external chaos. And finally, let us all remember to always, in all ways, be led by love. Thank you.
Good morning, Presiding Officer, professors, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. As we gather here today, I would like us to take a moment to remember the past 4 years. Remember the first of many overnight stays in ADM, rushing for our deadlines. The first late night suppers with friends as we shared our stories and experiences with everyone. The first Halloween party, the first art history report, the first graduation show, and now, the first university convocation. 8-8-ADM, I say 8-8-ADM. Those were the cheers that echoed through the halls, the cheer that united all of us and made us proud of our identity as ADMers. We will continue to strive for individuality and also remember to celebrate our culture and heritage. Though it has been a struggle thus far, with all the critique sessions and the repeated process of redoing our projects, we learn to thicken our skins and trust our guts. As Shrek once said, after a while, you learn to ignore the names people call you, and you just trust who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today because we trust who we are. We trust our skill, our knowledge, and our experience, which will always be reflected in the work that we present to the world. We don't necessarily care about what everyone else thinks is impossible because we trust in our capabilities and visions to go out there and work hard for our goals. To quote the opening of the Bee movie, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies away. Because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. In one way or another, we are all somewhat like those bees. Never let those who don't believe in you hold you back, because you are the only one who is able to make a change in your life. As we graduate, there are many moments I will miss. From my mid-work dance breaks with my animation friends in the cubicles, to the top 10 G-Boy moments with my ceramic class friends, and the moments our talented and caring lecturers inspired us and helped us through tough times. To quote Winnie the Pooh, sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. These are the many fond memories I will hold close to my heart forever. And for this, I thank each and every one of you. Today, we celebrate birth. We celebrate the birth of our new lives as we step into the next chapter. I, however, will also be celebrating the birth of my father, the man who has guided me through life alongside my mother. I owe most of who I am today to both of them, my biggest fans and supporters. I love you both. I urge everyone to not forget the undying support from our loved ones. The ones who have stayed by our side through thick and thin, the ones who get to enjoy the best and the worst of us. Without them, many of us will not be here today in this auditorium to receive our degrees. Graduates, take this time to think about the people who have supported you throughout your vigorous journey, because they have sacrificed a lot to allow us to be here today. Please give them a big round of applause. As I now come to the end of my speech, I would like to quote Metro Man from Megamind. It's taken a long time for me to find my calling. Now it's time for you to find yours. These past 4 years in ADM have led us to this very moment, for us to take that first step into the world and find a place for ourselves. Do not let the fear of the unknown frighten you, and always remember to seize every opportunity that is presented to you. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. Woohoo!
I declare this convocation closed.